subscribing. Openly through. It's lit. There's going to be a general collective reading. Okay. My returning viewers, my thrivers, my subscribers, thank you so much for tuning in, locking in like y'all be doing. Okay. Telling all your friends, all your peoples, and shit like that. Okay. If you're new, subscribe to the channel. I post for all 12 zodiac signs every 2 weeks. I also do pick a cards and general readings, so tap in and hit the bell. That'd be swell so you know when I'm on here. If you're interested in a personal, slide into my DMs and I got you. And if you would like to send me my cash apps in the description box below. I was kind of laughing because I be on here like random most of the time. Okay. But I be on here most of the time. Okay. But anyway, I didn't write nothing down. I trust y'all are doing well. It's a choice to make each and every day, every moment of the day, okay? But I was just feeling like, don't feel bad about God blessing you. Like, don't feel bad about the blessings that you have in your life, okay? So I don't know. Especially if you dealt with people around you where they wasn't like your happiness, like they wanted you to be in like despair and shit like that. So I don't know, take out resonates. I'm gonna turn it down a little bit. And somebody. Make sure you're drinking your water, you're staying hydrated. And aligns mind, body, and soul. I'm glad to be on here. Let me hear this one time. Let me hit it one time. I'm gonna talk to God, okay? And then I'm gonna get a manifesting and mastery card. Let's see, we're gonna see what's going on. I think this is Ed Sheeran. So I don't care when I'm with my baby, yeah. Somebody. So I don't know. Somebody's with their baby, yeah. But that's for somebody, okay. So anyway, God, angels, ancestors, spirit guides, thank you so much for sending me down here to do this reading for the collective. Making sure we're all protected during this reading from low vibrational, demonic, oppressive, nosy energies. I'm got clear, direct, concise messages. Much appreciation. Thank you for the clear audio and the clear visuals, Lord. Lord. I feel like on some Wonder Woman. I didn't really watch the show for real. I remember I had this T-shirt, and I remember that Trey Songz 333. I remember that Trey Songz song Wonder Woman. That was my jam. That was, and then when I heard that song, like I wrote it out because there was no lyrics on the internet yet, so I wrote them out by hand. But anyway, here's my point. I was feeling like Wonder Woman, how she was like, how she has those bracelets, and she's like, that's how I be feeling. That's how I was feeling just now. With this hocus pocus folks be doing on our channel. Like, I was feeling like that a little bit later. Okay, anyway. We're going to manifest in your mastery card. This is for the collective. Alright. Thank you, God. Thank you, angels. Thank you, ancestors. Let me get one card and say it for the collective. How could they manifest their mastery? Let me just get one card. How could the collective manifest their mastery? Chemistry for health. I think when I said let me just get one card, it was 2 cards. I think this was one of them. It says chemistry for health. I nourish my body with nutritious thoughts of love. So you could be doing your affirmations. Every molecule pulses and vibrates with this love and releases the correct chemistry for my health. Okay, there's beautiful affirmations on the internet, on YouTube. All types of like creative ones, okay? Specific ones, okay? And also chemistry for health. Maybe something's up with somebody's health or something. I'm looking at green. And then I'm like, maybe somebody's heart chakra is affected. And I don't know. Molecules pulsing and vibrating with love is gonna get you. It's gonna get your chemistry right. It's gonna get your body chemistry together. Body chemistry. I don't know. I was thinking about BMI, your body mass index. I was thinking about chemistry, but not really. But that's like physical body, but chemistry for health. I don't know. Maybe someone's doing some like blood test or something. I don't know. I don't know how to be testing for things. But I'm just thinking about like chemistry class, and you got the little, what you call it? The tube, test tube. I was gonna say somebody test tube baby. I'm sorry. All right, test tube baby. Okay, so I was thinking like test tube, and then like they put maybe like blood or something, I don't know, and then they put something in there, so then that's how they test things. I don't know if it's relevant for anything, but I'm just curious, like is that how they do? And then they look at it and they see like the reaction to it, and they're like, oh, this is how I know that this is what's going on. Or they look under the microscope. So I don't know, maybe someone's like a scientist or somebody's into chemistry. Okay. Look, lady, I didn't actually do anything. I didn't actually anything. All right, so I'm using the Nightmare Before Christmas Day. This song is talking about listen to your heart. And I just said something about your heart. Okay? You could be doing some heart chakra healing. Okay? Oh my goodness. All black magic being projected towards me. Returning back to Sunday. You know what? Matter of fact, let me take it. Let me keep it. And it's just going to make my hair more flourishing. It's going to make everybody in that fucks with me, in the collective, in their heart, because God knows, it's like their wishes and dreams is coming true too, as well as mine. All right? I'm looking at the Nine of Presents, Nine of Pentacles. Well, okay, period. Looking good, smelling good, everything good. And I also saw the Knight of Cups. So I don't know, somebody could want to apologize and they see you looking good, smelling good, everything good. They want to know what you use, what you do with your cologne or something like that, with your perfume. I don't know. All right, let me get some cards. I was thinking like, I was thinking about testing blood, but then I just think about like testing the heart, and how they put it on the scale. How like in Egyptian mythology they put it on a scale, and measure it against the feather. Okay. It need to be nutritious thoughts of love in there. So get your heart right while you can. All right. Whoever's been lurking and putting some type of work in. I saw the Three of Cups and the Seven of Pentacles. That's why I said it. I'm looking at the Four of Candles. Let me get 3 cards on the table. So maybe somebody is like in regret because I saw the Five of Cups because they didn't listen to the heart. When it's calling for you. Okay, maybe they don't know where they're going. Or they don't know where. And I don't know why. Anyway, let me be cool. Okay, I said the Two of Needles. And the Six of Candles. Somebody could be you could be in the public eye, okay? You could be getting some accolades and spotlight and shit. And somebody could be looking at, how am I gonna make this? Somebody tired. Look how her face looks. This person looks disheartened. How am I gonna? I'm just gonna make the suit. Now look, in the story of the Nightmare Before Christmas, it was like Jack, the Pumpkin King, was like he's trying to be better than Santa Claus, or something like that. So she's making the suit, the Santa Claus suit for Jack, but it looked like she really don't want to make it for real, because really that story is really bad. I didn't even know that he was kind of in the wrong, you know what I'm saying, when I was a child. But come to find out, it's like that story's about like staying in your own lane. You dig what I'm saying? Because he brought his Halloween shit to Christmas Town, and the kids were terrified and shit like that. Two Needles. And this could be about like whoever, well, I don't know, something about terrifying kids. And also something about somebody trying to do something better than you or trying to be in your lane and do your job or some shit like that. And they could be having a hard time keeping up or a hard time continuing with what they're doing. Okay. Behind the Six of Wands is the Four of Potions and Justice. I don't know. I was going to say something about you being played to the left, worked out for you or something like that. But at the top of the deck, I'm looking at the Moon card, Pisces energy. I'm looking at the Knight of Presents. Everything is on task. Everything is on track. And they do this could be you or this person, but it's like everything is on track. Everything is on task. Knight of Presents, slow and steady wins the race. Consistent action, like every day. And this person, they could be consistently doing what they're doing, but Two of Swords is like, which way do I go? What do I do? Like, am I sure I even want to be doing this anymore? Or some shit like that. And I'm looking at the Moon card, doing this hocus pocus anymore. And then look, 5, 6, 7. 5, 6, 7, 8. You know what I'm saying? When people say 5, 6, 7, 8, they be like rehearsing. They're rehearsing their steps. But this is the Seven of Swords. Sneaking and geeking, stealing, and carrying on in the Moon. And look how proud he look in the Moon, though, too. In the song, This Is the Weekend, he's talking about, I'm paraphrasing, but it's something about you'll cry for me like I cried for you, or some shit like that. So maybe this person made you cry, okay? And they could be crying. They could be crying. I don't know if this person's in pain or what, but I'm looking at the Four of Swords. Four of Swords is like meditative energy. It could be like laid out in the bed energy, like not feeling good. Okay. I'm looking at the Six of Potions. This could be somebody that you grew up with, or they've known you since you were young. Knight of Potions wanted to apologize. Why? I'm looking at the Ace of Potions. I'm looking at the Hierophant. Look, listen. The Hierophant is next to the Ace of Potions. King of Candles. This somebody, they're going to have to cry for you. Gonna have to cry. It kind of feels like that's just what it is. Like it's no feelings. Like it's no, like that's just what it is. Six of Wands. I feel kind of like Six of Wands star card. I'm looking at Temperance. Okay. This makes me feel like the same energy that they put out, like not giving a fuck. That's what the universe is giving. God is giving that back to them. Okay. Clear any interference with these cards. Let me get 3 cards on the table for the collective. Now, these folks could have been trying to affect your health, okay? And that's why they could be experiencing what they are. I'm looking at the Nine of Cups, okay? Something about... Something about feeling good. Like, I feel like that could boost somebody's immune system. And then, like, feeling not great. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe, but I'm like, is it a cycle? Like, which comes first? Or whatever. I don't know. Let me see if I can get some lip gloss out of here. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Let me see some of that water too. Take whatever I say as it resonates. I'm looking at the Two of Pentacles and the Page of Swords. I'm looking at the Emperor and the Ten of Potions. Let me get 3 cards on the table for the collective. Thank you, angels. Thank you, ancestors. Thank you, spirit guides. Thank you, angels. Let me get 3 cards on the table for the collective. There are any interference with these cards. So let me see something. So I don't know, somebody wanted your role, your position. Like I said, you could be in the spotlight, okay? You could be getting attention for I don't know, whatever it is that you're doing. Okay, it could be skill or talent. I'm looking at the Hangsman, or a cause, or something like that. Okay. All right, I'm looking at the 9 of Potions again. Let me get 3 cards on the table for the collective. All black magic being projected towards me turns into more protection for me, and more clarity with my messages, and more abundance for the people that truly fuck with me for real. Speaking of abundance, what is this 5 of Presents doing right here? Okay, I'm looking at the Ace of Candles. So I know this lack, I mean, it will put a fire into me. But this is new beginning, new fiery beginning and shit like that. Passionate. All right. And I'm looking at the Strength card. All right. It's like no way to go but up. It's like, that's what I feel like. And then I'm looking at Strength. It's next to the Page of Presents. Page of Presents makes me feel like Christmas is coming. Y'all can hit the like button? I think y'all missed. Y'all could double tap it or whatever. Whatever y'all need to do, y'all can hit the like button. Or y'all gonna leave? Okay. So I'm looking at the Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles is like Christmas is coming. And then it's like the Lovers is right here. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got choices. This could be about a person. Goodness. You know what? Let's keep going, okay? Whatever I've been saying is the truth. Ace of Swords. All right. Let me get 2 cards on the table for collective. So somebody could not have no money, and they could be feeling like they want to start a passionate new beginning back with you or something like that. That's strange. Or maybe they feel left out in the cold from you. They could want to apologize. Dun, dun, dun. Oh my goodness. Let me get some water. Thank you, God. Thank you, Warren Angels, Warren Ancestors. Can I get 2 cards on the table, please? Somebody's having sleepless nights, okay? Let me get... This is about my 3 Stooges card. This is three of Potions. 3 of Cups. Look at this. That's what people say. Oh, this song is Taylor Swift, Shake It Off. I'm looking at the 5 of Candles. Wanting to fight, rant, and carry on. Okay. I think it's Taylor Swift. But you could be shaking this shit off, okay? Because you could be mindful, like, look, listen. I came across this Facebook post that I wrote, like, some years ago. You know how they be putting memories in time and shit? And I wrote, when I'm eating, like, that's the worst time to fuck with my chi. You know what I'm saying? Because I was learning about energy and shit. I was like, that's the worst time because my food is supposed to be turning into, like, I was going to say prosperity, but my food is supposed to be turning into something nourishing to my body. You know what I'm saying? Instead of, like, because if you're not, like, feeling good, you agitate and shit, it turns into poison, okay? I'm looking at the Tower. And then I also thought about how when I was around my mother, right? And then, you know what I'm saying, she was getting weird. And then I stopped eating her food for real. And then it's like she was pressed for me to eat her food. And then she was like, but it's kind of separate, but she was like blacking out. She was cooking and she was like blacking out, yelling and shit. And then I'm like, I was just like, what? Like, what? I'm not touching that at all. Like, what? All that spewing and shit. Like, who's eating that? But anyway, what did I say that to say for? I don't know, but I'm looking at the Five of Presents. Okay, Five of Presents. It could be about abandonment. It could be about lack of resources, okay? I'm looking at the Three of Potions. Lack. Okay, I don't like it. I don't like it. Lack. Why? Anyway, let me get one card table. For the collective, take whatever I say as a resonates, okay? Thank you, Warren Angels, Warren Ancestors. Let me get one card on the table for the collective. This is confusion. 5, 6, 7. It just makes me feel like these folks caught up in a whirlwind. I think I said in another reading, whirlwind, whirlpool, or something like that. And I'm talking about the wash and dry. But anyway, I'm looking at the Three of Cups. Three of Cups. Three of Swords. And the Tower. I don't feel like this is your energy. This could be probably who's probably blocking my shit and not liking the video, okay? So somebody don't got no money, okay? They could be, I don't know, Five of Pentacles, okay? It's, everything is, none of these cards are good. But I'm looking at the top of the deck. It's a Nine of Presents, okay? The Eight of Needles and the Queen of Potions. Check it off. Check it off. Let me see something. All black magic being projected towards me just adds to my immunity. I'm so happy and grateful to God. Okay. I saw the Wheel of Fortune and the Ace of Candles. Some of this Five of Presents for the collective. Talking about this Five of Presents being in the cold and shit like that. Lack of resources. Oh yeah, I think Five of Presents, Five of Pentacles could also mean like lack of good health or something like that too. But I'm looking at strength. Talking about this Five of Presents. Plans, plans, plans. Plans. Yeah. And it goes on and on and on. Don't people going on and on and on. This song's called Dynamite by Tal Cruz, I think. Some of this Five of Presents for the collective. Thank you, Warren Angels, Warren Ancestors. All right, tell me about it now. Y'all done got me sitting down here doing it right. Okay, let's get it. Tell me about this Five of Presents. We gonna light it up like it's dynamite. Spirit could have told this person several times. Told them once, told them twice that, I don't know, something about your strength. Because I saw the strength card. Looking at the Page of Candles. I don't know why I laughed. But something about maybe when you was young, something about this Five of Presents for the collective. I wonder if these folks gave you like gifts, like hand-me-down type of gifts on purpose and like lined up to see how you feel about it or some shit, something crazy, I don't know. But I'm looking at the Seven of Potions. Illusions, confusion. Some of this Five of Presents for the collective. All black magic being projected towards me is dismantled, okay? I'm covered by the blood of Jesus. Some of this Five of Presents for the collective. Thank you, angels. Thank you, more ancestors. One standing. It's on to my last one standing, and I'm looking at death. You see how I'm like, these cards is doing a lot, okay? Well, yeah, people, they don't want the message to get out, but besides that, I feel like somebody didn't want you. They wanted to have you in poverty and be looking at you like, let me see how you get out of this or some shit like that. And they could be confused. They could be confused. I'm looking at the Hierophant right here, which is God. I'm looking at the Eight of Needles. I just feel like a rock in a hard place. Eight of Needles is like self-inflicted bonds. It's like being trapped in your own head. Supposed to be in jail. But I'm looking at the, what is this? Four of Candles, Four of Wands. Six of Potions. Anyone sending me any magic to my third eye, to my crown chakra? God, angels, ancestors, spirit guides, can you destroy them? Thank you, Lord. Just take, or whatever the demon they possess, just take the demon out their body. Send the demon back to hell. Leave this person like confused. Like, what happened? What was I just doing? Something dumb? Okay, have them like that, okay? And so they can reflect on what they've been doing. Now, something about that's my suggestion. You do what you think is best. Now, something about this Father presence for the collective. Thank you, Warren Angels, Warren Ancestors. Somebody's Father presence. I was gonna say something about like according to plan or something. My right ear ringing. It was high pitched. I'm looking at the eight of wands. Okay. Ace of Potions. Something about this somebody's Father presence for the collective. I feel like I feel like it's these folks. I feel like these folks don't matter. Maybe that's why there's no cards coming out. It's already judgment right here. Your ancestors could be like, don't be worried about these folks, because look, Six of Needles. All right? Judgment is like, for me, this is Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius energy. It's like this judgment. Santa Claus done check the list twice. In this song, she's talking about, I can't relate to desperation. Okay. Anyway, I'm looking at the Ace of Pentacles. I feel like really focus on yourself. These folks just know they're confused and they're in lack. Okay. And it's one person and like two lackeys or something like that. Like, tell you how it resonates, okay? I'm reading the cards. I'm thinking about Vanilla Coke. Vanilla Coke, I really did like that when it first came out. First came out to me, I don't know. But Vanilla Coke used to be my jam. Anyway, I'm looking at, what is this? Three of Presents, Page of Candles, and the Moon card. It just feels like young energy playing. At least three people. Playing and stealing and carrying on. And I'm looking at the Seven of Needles, Seven of Swords. And I don't know why I want to multiply shit. But maybe at least 21 people. Wait, don't try to, I know how to count. 7 times 3 is 21. It's 21. Rock your bouncy right. Back streets back. All right. All right. Yeah, that's how I feel. I really feel like wrapping this up for real. Let me see. Queen of Needles. I mean, these folks, they're gonna be on their job trying to have some type of boogeyman for you, and this will bring them satisfaction. Also, look at this pie. This is the Queen of Pentacles. I was talking about food. I was talking about food and like trusting somebody with their food and shit like that. Yeah. Maybe right. But something about you keeping the hope alive. You keeping that, like, I'm looking at the King of Potions. Okay. And the Page of Presents. I feel like you keeping that childlike energy, like, you know you're going to get something for Christmas. And I don't know, maybe your Christmas was, like, not that great. I don't know. I don't know your lives for a bit. This Christmas is going to be great. And it don't mean, like, December. I don't know if December's relevant, elephant? I don't know, relevant or not, but Ace of Presents, Two of Potions, Seven of Candles, High Priestess. I mean, look, man, there could be a High Priestess laying down, not even they feeling down on their luck and shit like that. And they could be trying to block some soulmate energy for you. What is this? I'm looking at the, what is it, Ten of Candles? Somebody feeling burdened. Looking at the Tower. Some of this Three of Potions for the collective. The work, I mean, the Wheel of Fortune, it could be about good fortune or bad fortune. And I'm looking at the Four of Needles. Like, I don't know. It really feel like out for the count energy. Okay. And I'm looking at this 5, 6, 7, Seven of Presents, Seven of Pentacles. Putting that work in. Do I want to give up? Or do I want to keep continuing doing what I'm doing? These folks are still at work. They still at it. Still gonna stay still at it like a crack addict. I don't know if somebody a crack addict, but take whatever says resonates, okay? I'm looking at the Queen of Potions and the Chariot. I feel like this person wants to bring you like heartbrokenness, despair, and shit like that. They want you to feel burdened. However, something about, I feel like you being open to moving forward and collaborating with other people would have this person feeling this in despair and burdened up. I was gonna say buried up, burned up. This song is called Anxiety. Now I don't know if it's called Anxiety, but it's talking about anxiety. Somebody must got anxiety. The way they blocking my shit. I must be talking about something. Anyway, I'm looking at the Queen of Needles and Justice. King of Presents. Tower. It could be tower surrounding a court. Hearing or something. I don't know. Or maybe spiritual court. I feel like with this tower, people could not really know like all of what this person or these people got going, what they're going through. Because like the tower is up high. I don't know. I was just looking at it. That's what I was just thinking. I'm looking at the Queen of Needles and the King of Presents. They could feel like somebody's watching them. That's what she said in the song. I'm looking at the Tower and the Ace of Candles. I don't know, man. Let's see what this Seven of Cups are like. Some of the Seven of Cups for the collective. Clear any interference with these cards. So collective, trust yourself, okay? Trust. I was gonna say trust your own food. I don't know about y'all, but I said something about trust your own food, okay? Especially if you know who this was to you in your story. I'm looking at the Eight of Presents, Eight of Pentacles. Tell me about the Seven of Potions for the collective. Tell how any friends with these cards. Okay, you could be a you could be a you could be considered a magician in your own right, and somebody could be confused and heartbroken. Three of Swords, because your ancestors, you connected, and you could be at, I don't know what I was gonna say standstill, but really I wanted to say like peace of mind, going from choppy waters to calmer waters. Okay, you be healing yourself. She's sewing herself up. In some parts of the movie, she would loose the string on her arm. If I'm not mistaken, she loosed the string on her arm on purpose, so her arm could come off on purpose, because depending on what was going on, you know what I'm saying? Like, then she had to get loose, and then when she was done, she would sew it back on. So, and I'm looking at the Magician. Also, maybe you got healing, regenerative um, abilities. And I'm looking at the nine of presents, looking good, smelling good, everything good. Somebody's heartbroken. They're confused. Like, how could this be? How is this happening? Well, with the Magician, you got everything that you need to make some shit happen, to make some shit shake. You might have some needle and thread. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. I don't know. I'm just thinking about like a survival bag or box or something. Something about survival. You know how to survivalists. Okay. I'm just thinking about like you, and also like resourceful. Like, you know what to do. I'm looking at the Eight of Presents, Eight of Pentacles. Something about work. Work, 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 work. I'm looking at the High Priestess. You could be a spiritualist. Again, I'm looking at the Two of Potions. I don't really shuffle this cards for her. But anyway, somebody's heartbroken. They found wish fulfillment in this moon magic, in this moon shit. But I feel like they were trying to affect your happiness with this moon shit. In the commercial or whatever, he said something about, you're always part of our family. And I thought about Cookie Crisp, the cereal. All right. God, thank you so much for contending with my enemies. While I hold my peace. Okay. I'm looking at the Page of Candles and the Page of Needles. I don't know, man. This be like child's play. These are pages. Page of Needles, Page of Candles. Knight of Potions. I'm finna wrap this up in a second. I know I've been said that. I'm looking at the Emperor. This person's strange. I don't know. Do you have an Emperor heartbroken and dictator? Somebody who wanted to run you, but that's not what's going on. I'm looking at the Seven of Candles. Get back, bitch. You don't know me like that. And then with the Strength, somebody's heartbroken with your strength. Okay. They need to go within. If they want to not be pages no more, and be like, because their emperor or their dictatorship, I'm a boss. I'm important or some shit like that. I'm thinking about Tyler Terrell. And I know he's an Aries, and you know he be saying like they trying to be important, but you know Emperor energy though. But I was gonna say but he be saying that about people that be trying to troll and shit like that. I heard something else, like another ringing, but I don't know if it's from the radio or what. It didn't sound like a ring in my ear. It didn't sound like a ring like it sounded like outside or something. But anyway, I was gonna say, this is a emperor that it's not because they're emperor, they're in charge because they did the work to get there. It's like a child for real. Childish on the inside. Emotional IQ, emotional intelligence. You know, like that's why people be going within the Hermit card and like studying and spending time to yourself, by yourself, and learning so that Like all those times, like who did it to you? All those times you was sunned when you was young or some shit. I don't know. I think something like that. And then, cause I don't know. It makes me feel like fighting, fighting a battle that you didn't really get to fight because maybe you was too little or you was too young or too whatever. And then now you're grown, and then it's like you taking it out on people that has nothing to do with what you got going on the inside. But then you got the position that you got, so you could be like, I'm in charge. Now I'm gonna stick it to anybody. Nobody's fucking with me type shit. And it's like, but you fucking with people. All right. I'm looking at the Hermit. So now, I don't know. You could have ghosted somebody. Somebody could be heartbroken. Okay. I'm looking at the Ten of Presents, Ten of Pentacles. Okay, this could be about family, the family you came from, or the family that you created. Somebody's heartbroken about you creating a legacy. I'm looking at the Two of Candles and if they would just mind their business and create their own, wouldn't that be nice? And then I was going to say something about Rome. Then I was going to say something about Rome wasn't built in a day. Yeah, because something about being consistent and these folks not really seeing things through. What is something about seeing things through? You gotta see it through. Anyway, I'm looking at the two. They could have been trying to see some fuck shit through. Dig what I'm saying? Anyway, Two of Candles, Four of Presents. He says something about, in the song, he says something about manipulate my decisions. Baby, there's nothing holding me back. There's nothing holding me back. I felt a little bit emotional, a little bit. There's nothing holding y'all back. Okay. I'm looking at the Eight of Cups, Eight of Potions, walking away. Okay. This is a graveyard. This is a graveyard right in here. Walking away. I'm looking at the High Priestess. This person looked kind of mischievous. Take out resonance. This could be you or this person, but I'll be using my context clues with the surrounding cards. I'm looking at the Seven of Presents. Yeah, whatever work that they've been putting into, that hocus pocus and shit like that, is burdensome for them. Because Six of Wands, you could be being exalted and shit. God could be, look, pulling these folks' cards. I seen Judgment. All right, they could be fighting amongst each other or something. Oh, this was supposed to work. Something crazy, okay? Something weird, because why would you even say this was supposed to work? It's not working. It didn't work, and it won't work. So what y'all even talking about? Well, I'm looking at the Eight of Candles. They're heartbroken about these projections. Maybe they do work on them. I'm looking at the Page of Cups, okay? Page of Cups. Heartbroken. These people feel like they're not getting their wishes. Even though that's not the Nine of Cups, they feel like their inner child is not satisfied. Their inner child is not happy. Because their inner child is the entity that be acting up. I feel like that. Or even let them be susceptible to, I feel like their hurt inner child be letting them be susceptible to like lower vibrational entities and shit to take over. It's still a choice. You know what I'm saying? So I still don't be like, oh, like, it's not their fault. They was, you know what I'm saying? The devil did it. I guess. Maybe not. Maybe, I don't know. But I feel like something about accepting it and going through with something. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this up. Collective, high vibrational collective, continue to nourish your body with nutritious thoughts of love, especially since this person throwing projections and shit, what they like to do. So, you know what I'm saying? You're doing your affirmations and whatnot. Continue doing what you've been doing, okay? I feel like Christmas is coming for you. That feeling of Christmas. You could be in like expectation. You could be like excited. This could be a relationship. This could be about a blessing affecting your time, money, energy, or something like that. It's from God. Okay. And then I was going to say, when Jesus says yes, nobody can say no. I'm going to wrap this up. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Whoever could see me, okay? I'm going to get a fortune. It's for the collective. Collective, if you're feeling down, try throwing yourself into your work, okay? That's the message. If you're feeling down, try throwing yourself into your work. Here's some numbers y'all can use for the lottery. It can resonate with you in whatever type of way. 11, 2, 34, 7, 47, 19. Let me get one here. Collective, nothing can dim the light which shines from within. Maya Angelou. Enjoy the little things. Okay? It's little things. And then I know I think about the song, Just the Two of Us. We can make it if we try, just the two of us. So I don't know who's the two of y'all, but that's a reading though, for real. Okay? I appreciate y'all tuning in, everything like that. Later on. Okay? Peace out.